Welcome to Miracle Making Psychology and Tarot Tools with my weekly 10-minute micro lesson. Today I want to talk about money and love. Until very recently I didn't think those two are connected so tightly, and I was extremely surprised to realize how our relationships with money affect our capacity to love and have deep emotional connections with people. Write your name in the comments below, say hello as you join. Even on the replay, say hello. Where are you in the world? Share something about you. So, our today's topic, money and love. What is the connection? Well, for those who don't know me, if we haven't met yet, my name is Tatiana Morris and I'm a conscious relationships expert. I combine the knowledge I have from being a tarot reader, a mental health counselor, and a cosmo-energy healer to help people understand themselves and others on a deep emotional level. I spent last 15 years of my life accumulating knowledge in an attempt to understand myself and other people, and now I want to share it with you. Today my clients are women and men who want to deeply understand themselves and others, to be in touch with their soul and have the life that makes them happy and fulfilled. Well, I consider unconditional happiness my signature topic because it's the ultimate goal of my work with clients. So, and of course, I'm on my own journey towards my unconditional happiness, and I invite everyone who is interested to join me. So, again, our topic, money and love. What is the connection? Have you ever heard about how money affects our capacity to love and have deep emotional connections before? Type yes in the comments. Okay, so let's dive in. Our chase for money limits or sometimes completely blocks our capacity to love, especially when we talk about loving unconditionally. Do you want to know more about that? Tell me yes below. And tell me yes if you have ever heard about that. Do you know anyone who can benefit from those tips? Write their name below. So, recently I have been doing a lot of my own psychological and spiritual work around my beliefs around money and abundance. I felt this strong need to let go of this chase for money and those big numbers everyone seems to care to be into those days. I felt like it just didn't resonate with me. And so, after doing some emotional and energetic work on myself, I started to truly separate myself from the money stories circulating in our collective unconscious. The amount of money I own doesn't define who I am. Well, anyway, today is not about that. So, all this work around money had a funny side effect that I didn't expect until I started experiencing it. I realized that letting go of dependency from money also made me let go of some of those what I call social games, all those rules and unwritten regulations society has around love and relationships. I hope you realize how conditional love is according to social rules. There are all those expectations of what one should do if we feel love, or even more rules around what one should do on the receiving end of love. And yeah, it goes beyond ridiculous in situations of like, oh, should I text someone I like or should I wait a week so they don't think I'm needy? Oh, I'm sure you saw all of it in the shows and movies. It's way out there. And so, all those social rules of those games make us lose touch with our capacity to love, and in particular to love unconditionally. To simply connect with another human being on a deep emotional level, to be soul to soul, without asking of like, are they worthy of our love? What is their socioeconomic status? What is their education? Do we have enough property or numbers on their bank account to be loved by us? It totally blocks the connection. And this is how love and money are connected. So, and also All those realizations made me look back to my client stories. And I also realized that chase for money often stops people from truly being together. And I don't just mean conflict about money and property, which is kind of obvious. I also talk about the fact that being busy making money stops people from just spending quality time with each other and being emotionally close in the moment. Well, another thing that just blows my mind is this whole ownership of people concept. So, as far as I understand, and that's, I'll be honest, it came to me at 5 a.m. this morning when I woke up and just had this realization. So, as far as I understand, this concept has its roots in history when wives were often property of men and marriages were a way to make money and gain social status. So even just 100 years ago, people mostly got married for financial reasons. And let's be honest, they still do now, too. Anyway, so this whole story of ownership of people brought us to this idea of less literal ownership. Again, watch any movies, shows, or whatever. People just think of other people being theirs. So, again, in the show or movie where there is some sort of love triangle or algo, something like that, you'll have a statement like, oh, he or she is mine, or I don't want to lose him or her. As if the times of ownership of people and slavery are still part of society. And, well, those statements always, well, let's say, surprised me. How can you lose something you don't own? Well, and with my clients, I always questioned them on those statements because without it, it's impossible to shift the mindset around relationship without letting go of like owning another person. So, as a therapist and a coach, I have worked with both individuals and couples, and that allowed me to see all sorts of affair and infidelity within marriage stories. And all of them had one thing in common. The person having the affair didn't feel fulfilled or happy in the marriage, but they didn't feel like it could be discussed or shifted within the relationships. They felt like they had to look somewhere else to meet their needs, which sometimes, very often, they didn't even realize they had those needs. Anyway, why is it important to mention here? Because all those lies and betrayals can be avoided if we could collectively let go of this idea of ownership of other people and could relate to them directly soul to soul, person to person, without dealing with just their social avatar of like, oh, this is who they are, they had this education, they come from that family, blah 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 blah. So, anyway, I see that I'm getting very emotional about that because I guess I only start to completely realize how ridiculous all this stuff is. And so my conclusion is that separation from money stories collectively may allow us to also obtain true freedom from owning other people and being owned by them too. And so we could just love them unconditionally, just connect with them soul to soul and be happy through it. Anyway, this is something I'm very into. I help people to gain deeper insight into their true needs and desires that come from their heart and soul instead of mind and social rules that were internalized in the past. I help people to be truly themselves in their relationships and move towards unconditional love and happiness. Care to join me in this journey? You are invited. Want to know more? Want to continue this conversation?